Trauma. What does that even mean? And how do you know if you have it? Is it a permanent thing? Sounds pretty scary and uncomfortable, right? And is there any way to get relief if you feel like you do have it? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have some information about what trauma actually looks like and what to expect if you feel like you do, in fact, have it. So it's all about how the information we're taking in is stored. So it starts with our senses. So eyesight, hearing, tasting, smelling, and touching. Once that information is taken in, then the brain stores it in a way that we can learn from our environment and functionally adapt to it. Now let's add in the element of danger. So when the body senses there is a threat to basic survival, it goes into what's called survival mode, which means all circuits and chemicals give 100% of their energy to basic survival. So in survival mode, there are 3 behaviors our bodies can slip into. One is fight. So you stay where you are and use physical force to protect yourself against the threat. Number 2 is flight, where all your energy goes toward escaping the threat. Or 3 is freeze, where you pause automatically in order to convince the threat that aggression is no longer needed. So during this process, chemicals are produced that give us what seems like superhuman abilities, like being able to pick up a car with your bare hands, run at light speed, or become stiff as a board and staying that way for several hours. Wow, how cool is it that our bodies can do this for us when we need it to save our lives? So the ideal situation would be that the body kicks in and saves your life, and then you're able to return to normal life once the danger is gone, and be able to continue to learn and grow as you always did, unaffected. But sometimes trauma happens, which is when the brain gets stuck in survival mode, even when you have returned to a safe environment. So if the body is still in survival mode, which means using all of its energy toward just basic survival, and you have returned to a safe environment, then no energy is left for continuing to learn in the present and planning for the future. All of your energy is taken up by what happened before. That causes a problem, right? In the body's defense, when it gets stuck in survival mode, it's still doing everything it knows how to do to protect you and keep you safe in the future. And it does this by studying the event so hard that it memorizes as many details as possible and labels them as dangerous. Problem is, many of these associations with danger are not true. So it can leave you avoiding something that might be neutral or even beneficial for you in order to stay safe when it's really not needed anymore. So symptoms to look out for are avoiding things that are neutral or even essential to your functioning because they are associated with the event, or re-experiencing the event. So having memories of the event in the middle of your normal day, or having nightmares about it, or having a strong startle response, like at every little unexpected thing that happens, being very aware of your surroundings, becoming very agitated very quickly. Also, all these things happening all the time can send you into a state of perpetual anxiety and hopelessness because you feel like you're out of control of your mind. And that can be a very dangerous place to be. You can lose faith in others, faith in the safety of this world, and even your confidence in yourself. So those are some key things to look out for. If these symptoms sound like something you might be going through, I want you to know that this does not have to be permanent. It does not have to define you. There are ways out. And I encourage you to look for a therapist who can be your guide toward helping your body relax, looking for the true meaning from what happened, and applying that to making your future even better than it was before the bad thing happened. Stay tuned for my next video about what's called EMDR. It's my favorite way to guide people through that very process. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.